Quality teachers are competent teachers. Teachers with global competence are able to demonstrate knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions as described below. Number 1, understand one's own cultural identity and its influence on personal dispositions and classroom practices. Number 2, know and integrate global dimensions in the subject one teaches. Number 3, engage students in learning. Number 4, use real-life local and global examples. Number 5, value the inputs of cultural and linguistically diverse learners. As a teacher with global competence, it is very important to know the similarity of each student to avoid personal biases and conflict between cultural and personal views. In engaging students, using real-life local and global examples will provide a better understanding in acquiring knowledge. Creative environment that encourage positive cross-cultural interactions, model social responsibility in global contexts, and help learners find appropriate actions to improve local and global conditions. Developing congenial is also important, especially in having cross-cultural interaction and having awareness between different people in order to promote clear line communication and better relationship. The OECD has proposed in the discussion table that the core elements of teacher quality standards should include planning and preparation, including knowledge of content and pedagogy, knowledge of students, coherent instructional plans, and knowledge on how to assess student learning. It means be creative, be formative in assessing students. Classroom environment, including creating a culture for learning and managing student behavior. Instruction, including communicating effectively, using appropriate discussion techniques, engaging students, and providing responsive feedbacks to learners. By assuring students they understand they understand the lesson, for example, asking frequent questions. Professional responsibilities, including reflecting on teaching, communicating with families, contributing to the school and community, and developing professionally.
The Competency Framework for Teachers in Southeast Asia, CFTSEA, in collaboration with the Thailand's Teachers Education Council, CAMEO, and the Regional Center for Educational Innovation and Technology, INOTEC, initiated the Competency Framework for Teachers. So, the main purpose of the Southeast Asia Teachers Competency Framework is to envision and to be a helpful guide in improving the performance of teachers across the region. Four essential competencies. Number 1. Knowing and understanding what to teach. It is the ability of teachers to deepen and broaden their knowledge on what to teach, understand education trends, policies, and curricula, and be updated on local, national, regional, and global developments. It's important for teachers to know what they teach in order to broaden their topics, and as a teacher, you need to keep yourself to be updated on a local or national or global trends or development. Number 2. Helping students to learn. It is the ability to know students use the most effective teaching and learning strategies, assess and give feedback on how students learn. In helping your students, you need to know what are the capabilities of your student and to adjust your learning style or techniques for effective learning. Engaging the community. It is the ability to partner with parents and caregivers, involve the community to help students learn, and encourage respect and diversity. Number 4. Becoming a better teacher every day. This is the ability to know oneself and others, practice human goodness, and then master the teaching practice. So in order to become a best teacher, you need to gain good reputation to become a role model for your students.
Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher or PPST. Here in the Philippines, the teacher education both under DepEd and CHED have the long process to prove. Like they will take the licensure examination to prove that they are professional teachers. There are a lot of circumstances to face in the field of education. That's why the Philippine teacher education defined as lifelong process because it takes a lot and different process to do. Like it takes process and process in order to reach the journey in education. Teachers under both public and private education will undergo a TIP or Teacher Induction Program, whereas the public newly hired teacher are able to undergo a systematic and comprehensive training scheme that led by the Teacher Education Council or TEC, while private institutions are assisted by the Private Education Assistance Council or PEAC. To those professional teachers, their professional development are still going on through trainings or shall continue their professional development through advancement in education or they will take master's degree. Also, the continuing professional development continues until the person retires from employment or continues to practice their professions in other capacity. The National Competency-Based Teacher Standards or NCBTS 2006 and now known the Philippines Professional Standards for Teachers are both frameworks for teachers' quality. But the PPST is now known or now defined as the teacher's quality. It because their concept of broader awareness for today's demands and changes in education in whether in local and global places are or has the improvement included the K to 12, the outcomes-based education of higher education, the ASEAN integration, the UNESCO SDGs 2030, and lastly, the Ambition Natin 2040. So those are the included improvement of these Philippines professional standards for teachers. Philippines Professional Standards for Teachers or PPST has the process or has the step-by-step process and a lifelong process in order for the teachers to become more competitive for the future's student and to be more competitive in different aspects of education.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Franco Simundo. My report is all about the Philippine Qualification Framework. So, the Philippine Qualification Framework is a quality assured national system for development, recognition, and award to qualification based on standards of knowledge, skills, and values acquired in different ways, and methods by learner and workers educated or trained in the Philippines. Or the Philippines Qualification Framework, it is described the levels of educational qualification and sets the standards of qualification outcomes. PQF or the Philippines Qualification Framework aims to benefit various sectors and stakeholders of education and training by encouraging lifelong learners of individuals, providing employers specific training standards and qualifications that are aligned to industry standards, ensuring that training and educational institutions adhere to specific standards and are accountable for achieving the same, and providing the government with common standards, taxonomy, and typology of qualification as basis for granting approvals to stakeholders. That's all, and thank you.